Hello and welcome to Endangered Species Spotlight, a series presented by Zoolosea where we explore the amazing diversity of life on Earth and the threats they face. I'm your host, and today we are going to learn about the hoverfly, one of the most important pollinators in the world. A hoverfly is a type of insect that belongs to the family Sophidae, which contains over 6,000 species. Hoverflies are also known as flower flies or sophiid flies, and they can be found on every continent except Antarctica. Hoverflies are named for their ability to hover in the midair, which they use to feed on nectar and pollen from flowers. They also have a distinctive black and yellow pattern on their body, which mimics the appearance of bees and wasps. This helps them to avoid predators since most of the animals are afraid of stinging insects. Hoverflies are vital for the ecosystem as they provide several ecological services. The most obvious one is pollination, which is the transfer of pollen from one flower to another, resulting in fertilization and seed production. Hoverflies are the second most important group of pollinator after bees, and they pollinate a wide range of crops and wild plants. Some examples of crops that depends upon hoverflies are apples, pears, strawberries, raspberries, carrots, onions, and many more. Without hoverflies, many of these plants would not be able to reproduce, and we would lose a lot of food and biodiversity. Another service that hoverflies provide is biological control, which is the natural regulation of pest populations by their predators and parasites. Many hoverfly larvae feed on aphids, which are small insects that suck the sap from plants and cause damage to crops and gardens. Hoverfly larvae can consume hundreds of aphids in their lifetime, and they can reduce the need for chemical pesticides that harm the environment and the human health. Hoverflies are facing several threats that are reducing their numbers and diversity. One of the main threats is habitat loss, which is the destruction or degradation of natural areas where hoverflies live and feed. Habitat loss can be caused by urbanization, deforestation, agriculture, mining, and other human activities that alter the landscape and reduce the availability and quality of flowers and plants. Another threat is climate change, which is the alteration of the Earth's climate due to the increase of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Climate change can affect hoverflies by changing the timing and distribution of flowering plants, altering the temperature and precipitation patterns, and increasing the frequency and intensity of extreme weather such as droughts, floods, and heat waves. These changes can disrupt the life cycle and behavior of hoverflies and make them more vulnerable to diseases and parasites. There are many actions that we can take to help hoverflies and other pollinators. Here are some of them. Plant a variety of native and flowering plants in your garden, balcony, or window box. This will provide food and shelter for hoverflies and other beneficial insects. Avoid using pesticides and herbicides that can harm hoverflies and other wildlife. Instead, use organic or natural methods to control pests and weeds, such as companion planting, mulching, and hand picking. Create or join a community garden, park, or green space that supports pollinators and biodiversity. You can also participate in a citizen science project that monitor and record hoverfly populations and distributions. Support organizations and initiatives that protect and restore hoverfly habitats and raise awareness about their importance. You can also donate or volunteer for conservation projects that involve hoverflies and other endangered species. Hoverflies are amazing insects that play a crucial role in pollination and biological control. They are facing many threats. They are endangering their survival and diversity. We can help them by creating and maintaining pollinator-friendly habitats, reducing the use of harmful chemicals, and supporting conservation efforts. By doing so, we can also benefit ourselves and the planet, as hoverflies and other pollinators are essential for our food security and ecosystem health. Thank you for watching Endangered Species Spotlight series, and stay tuned for the next episode, where we will explore another fascinating and threatened species. Until then, remember, every species counts.